One tough HG. That was fantastic. Otherwise known as Bernie, the big purple beastie. Oh, I enjoyed watching that. How about you, Maddie?
Oh, Barney did a fantastic job out there.
Good job,
It always goes together. Wall always does not leave anything on the table. At any burnout comp he goes around, he brings the transport, he brings the family. That's what I love about Wall when he goes where. The whole Wowski family is all here. We'll have a look at the replay here. Instant smoke. But the speed of the tip-in, he just sent it straight into the burnout pad. Put the nose right near the tyres with what you need to do. Make sure you don't hit them, but get very close. Gives you enough room for the car to have momentum that you don't go to the other side of the pad uncontrollably. Managed to get control of the car again, down to the exit chute, which we're pretty much seeing from most of the burnout masters here at the moment. I think a few of them are just going with their comfortable side. They don't want to hurt the car physically on the outside at the moment is where they're at. So they are just, I don't want to say they're not playing it safe in any terms, but we're not seeing that difference, that point of difference with maybe we come in to the left and get a right-hand tip in.
No time for creativity yet. Ethan Watts is down on the start line for us right now with Out on Bail, continuing our Gemini tradition, but good to see a different colour.
It's not lime green. That is something very different, of course. If you love your NA cars, this is all NA. Time to party with On Bail.
Ethan Watts. Give him some love down there, folks. He's out on bail. That was a fantastic effort by the little naturally aspirated Gemini.
Saw the BYE sticker on the back out of Western Australia as well. So no wonder it sounded so sweet for those NA fans out there.
I feel like WA is visiting us a lot. Maybe we should turn the favour and visit them.
We do. There's a lot of people that go over there. They're going to go over there for motivation as well. A few people have got that on the old bucket list to make that happen. They check out the replay here. Nice speed on the tip-in as well. Almost gets around for the full 360 to continue that, but comes back the opposite way. Gets himself right into the pad, smokes that entirely out in front of the crowd before going down the exit chute. Look, the passengers got the fingers around. But we move on to our next competitor, and his entrant, well, it's he pulled the number 10 out of the ball draw. He is well known around Australia, Adrian Cuthbertson and SKIDMA. Everything is open. The boot's open. They're about to jump out of the car. Give it up for Adrian Cuthbertson and SKIDMA.
That was outstanding.
I don't think we've seen a car thrown around the pad like that yet.
No, that's fantastic.
There is no wondering why he made it through the Burnout Masters wildcard shootout this morning. Got an opportunity to come into the qualifying ranks because that proved the point. He is here to win. Can he do it here at Summernats 36?
Could he be the first Mitsubishi Burnout Master? Could that happen? Now, this man who's coming up on the start line now is very crook in hospital this morning, but he has pulled it together. The doctors have sewn him up and made sure he is ready. Michael Pratten down here in SPASTIC.
Michael Pratten in SPASTIC, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it out there.
I love the artwork on this car, and I love the artwork that man can do on the pad down there. He had a fantastic burnout.
Let's have a look at the replay. Lots of smoke at the start of it. Nice speed too as he entered the pad. Comes through. Car goes almost all the way around. Doesn't quite get enough speed for that one, but continues on. And it's so familiar. We see him get to that exit chute very, very quickly, knowing that the smoke is coming back towards the entry chute. So they want to get down there where they can see where they're going, try and fill that zone and head back in. A little War Speed LS got punished in that burnout. Next up, though, he is burnout royalty here at Summernats. Phil Kerjean about to hit the pad. Over 20 years of burnouts in this car. It is tough street now with this blown small block out of West End Performance.
Of course, a beautiful tribute to his good friend Sam Fennick on the wheel there. Fantastic to see Phil Kerjean back in Tough Street. Go Wagon.
Well, we're going to bring an early stop to Phil Kerjean's burnout there in Tough Street. As our crew are straight on the scene there to sort that out, doing a fantastic job here at the Street Machine Summernats 36. He is really trying to push that. A little bit of a moment at the start of that burnout where it almost didn't want to go, and I thought, oh, we don't want to see that from Tough Street.
No, Tough Street though, super reliable, super consistent, this car over the years. Of course, it brought the goods. Just like our staff down there, aren't they amazing? Here we are sitting in aircon having a lovely view of the scene from up here, and they're down there in fire suits, toughing it out.
Who wants to see Phil finish these tyres off? Come on, make it a noise, Summernats! it looks like maybe we got some tyres off. It's bouncing around down there. We'll have a look at the replay though. This is how it all started out. There was a moment there where it tried to go and then had to clear the throat there. Eventually got going for Phil Kerjean in Tough Street. That could hurt him though, because technically he did start to spin the tyres there. Once he got going, typical Phil, throws it straight in. Big tip in there from Tough Street, and well, unfortunately that stop in the middle. Next up though,
Clayton Farmer in Farm Industries. I'm going to say IND stands for Industries. Got a mad red Commodore Ute down here. Just making sure that pad is nice and safe. These are big, high-performance cars. We want to make sure that everyone goes home in one piece, and that means the pad has to be as clean and as dry as possible all times. Pad Stuff doing a great job there. Clayton Farmer. What do we know about this?
Another one out of Western Australia also. He's done quite a few burnouts over there in the years, and the upgrades boost just being rammed down. That manifold, time to party though.
That was aggressive.
Super aggression shown there by Clayton Farmer. Give him the throttle salute to the crowd as well. He's on the hillside. He's playing with the Farm Industries over this side on the left. How good is that? They are lined up here in the crowd. Make some noise for Clayton Farmer all the way from Western Australia.
Farm Industries making his way off the pad course. We're going to have the replay up on the big screen for you. You can see plenty of that action. What a great show he put on.
He was flirting with some of our rod shop signage there, but it stayed up. It stayed up.
Hey, our third wildcard contestant that came through from this morning, Codie Free from Frothin. I really enjoyed watching this skid this morning. It was outstanding. It was one of my favourites.
Warspeed LS on board. The Mad Nats have been encompassed him into their group, and that only means one thing. He's crazy behind the wheel. We saw it this morning. Listen to the blow by Codie Free.
Lack of noise is not a good noise. Codie Free making his way off the exit. I wonder what happened.
Silence is not good, is it?
No, not for burnout cars or lamps.
No, no. And a lot of smoke coming from that front right too, which isn't always good. And you can tell when the burnout driver knows instantly that they just don't stop pressing the brake. They go, let it roll. We are getting out of here right now. Big stop there from him. You can have a look on our replay there. So much smoke just coming from the front out that front right wheel arch. We hope. Oh, it's still maybe going over. The blower belt's still turning over there.
Hopefully it's fixable and he'll just go have a nice...
Look at the amount of oil though. We're going to have a massive clean up here on the rod shop burnout pad for just a moment too, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of kitty litter coming out, which with our cars sitting there in the back, and they'll be going, oh, we don't like kitty litter. We don't like seeing that out here. So while we have this clean up on the burnout pad here at Summernats 36, we're going to go and catch some words from our fantastic sponsors here at the rod shop burnout pad. out of the Riverina Thrashers. He's been in the Burnout Masters before, made it in the top 5 as well, but he's back. Brand new engine combination on board. It is Rob Cottrell for the haters. It did not take long to hit the tyres at the back of 4 to haters for Rob Cottrell.
That was beautiful. That was a fantastic effort by Rob out there.
I don't know what he's done between last time I saw him drive this car and this time, but it's found about another 1,000 RPM. I don't know where they were hiding it, but they've put it back into the new motor. Let's have a look at the replay. Nice tip in there. He keeps a lot of speed. He likes to move the car around, Rob. He likes to be an exciting driver. He hates brake work. You can tell. He only uses it to stop himself ping-ponging off the walls. That's all he does.
That was a beautiful car, and great to see that rubber flying out there. I think one of our media guys might have copped a little bit in the head, but he'll recover. Scott Yates coming up to the start line now in Yatesy.
Yeah, we didn't see him do much on the scene for a couple of years there, but he sort of has come back now. The B&R engines on the window, which means we've got a fair bit of horsepower ready to go for Yatesy. All tubbed out now, and I think that might be the man himself in the passenger seat, making sure the tune's on song. I'm not quite sure what's happening for Yatesy there.
Bit of a dribble on the pad. That might be what's happening.
I'm not quite sure whether that's coolant either or whether it might be of the oil variety there, but the car not moving as fast as he'd like to. Yatesy out of the car. Make a big bit of noise for him.
That's when you need the support from the crowd, isn't it? When you're sort of, I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm not sure why she's not happy, but to feel a little bit of love from the audience, that definitely helps.
Well, a quick look at the bonnet will try and decide whether they'll get this car off, or will we see the doom?
No, we're not even saying the word. Not happening.
I wasn't saying the other word.
No.
I was not going to put those two together because we don't want to see it.
And until you hear the theme song, it doesn't count anyway. Yatesy there is going to have to limp this little Commodore off the pad for us.
Trail of oil behind the car by the looks of it as well, and we can see the amount of kilo. Now you can see it all over the burnout pad as we're going to have a fair bit of clean up here, because that is not a couple of metres of oil, that is a kilometre of oil spread end to end on the burnout pad.
The Triton of Doom.
Oh, here it is. You got to say it. The Triton
of Doom. Oh, we're not laughing at you though, Yatesy. That is unfortunate. I'm not a judge. We have worked this out earlier on today. But it's pretty clear to me that it will not be going through to the finals. Poor old YATESZ is going to be struggling to get out of this mess. Hopefully he can clean it up though. We'll see him at least on Skid Row.
Well, at this level, you can't afford to make one mistake to make it in the top 10. If you're going to be in the top 30%, only taking 10 out of 30, you can't afford one mistake. So to have the car stop there, unfortunately, that'll bring an end to his judging. It looks like the tyres are still up. Doesn't go all the way. The smoke dissipated at the end there too. So I think that possibly we've got there's going to be a few deductions in that judging. So we're not sure what's going to happen here. Got a little bit of a clean-up happening out there at the moment, unfortunately, for YATESZ. That is a lot of oil out there. Pagey's not too far away, our 17th car out of 30 here in the Burnout Masters qualifying this afternoon. In the meantime, we're going to have a short break and be back the moment we can after this clean-up.
And everybody looking at me while I got them all in my sights. Picking them off, taking them out, looking like daylight in the night. And I'm killing so many if they really want to get involved. And everybody falling in the elevator, now I'm Ray Rice in this. It's like I'm rice and take a bite, it's nice. And I have a nice time with it. By the time that it finds the way to the right side of him, not even a Heimlich can save him. I select the finger to you imbeciles. Tell me what's been getting into you. I don't give a damn, like a auto with no time to kill. I've been feeling like the opposite of work. It's a work and it never been a purpose thing to me. I just do what I love and it works for me.
Well, it's time to get the Burnout Pad fired back up here at the Street Machine Summernats 36, and the man to do it is from Western Australia. Another one of the West Aussies. Is there any run left? Anthony Page has now made his pilgrimage across once again. He's taken out the Burnout Championship win before. It's PAGEY! He looks happy to have the small block back in the chassis rails of that car. Make some noise for Anthony Page.
Love that big Kingswood ute. I absolutely adore myself, obviously, at Kingswood. We mentioned this many times today, but Paigey is something else. She just wants to pirouette, be a princess out there and have her moment.
The homage to his brother who passed away a couple of years ago on the tailgate as well, recently put on by Jake Myers on the travel over here. It's good to see that on the back of the ute right here where we know Shrek would love to be in the burnouts at Summernats. So great to see that, Paige. You look at the amount of smoke he made right up there for me in the scoring. I couldn't see too much wrong, no stoppages or anything like that. So we'll wait and see what the judges think about that. He's got to make top 10 though, and we go back to another naturally aspirated car. It's another NASCAR engine. This guy, he's only missed, I reckon, in the last 10 years, one Summernats.
He does well, and he is consistent. Jono Kelly down here in 3.55.
what he wanted. Couldn't get enough momentum there to swing the VK around. He has to grab that, the sit, the R.
The Rod Shop Commodore and the Rod Shop Pad making his way to the other end now. He is going to be really, really angry about that, I reckon.
What I like about him is he went for the different tipping. We will see that on the replay. He decided not to do what everyone else did. Unfortunately, at the end, not quite enough momentum there to turn the car in. Let's have a look at it here once again on the replay. Plenty of smoke. He goes well over 9,000 RPM straight away. Opposite tip in. He gets the car positioned really nicely. I noticed that when he came out at the start line, he didn't put it where everyone else put it. He put it a little bit further over and made the car travel down so he could get that done. Always there's plenty of smoke when you're doing over 9,000 RPM. Really, that's what's going to happen there. Jono Kelly in 355 did a nice one, but here we go. Another one of the JJ Performance engines in the front.
Russell Harris is down behind the wheel right now in loose. Another Rod Shop sponsored car. Smoke there for Russell Harris in loose as he makes his way off the pad. Make sure you give him some love, fans.
Arms are up in the crowd. Russell Harris, the loose Commodore. Have a look at the replay. Butterflies open. Wheel speed goes right up. Plenty of smoke. Nice speedy opposite tip in as well. Just like we saw from Jono Kelly. Trying to distinguish themselves from what we see the other burnout competitors do. They need to really stand out to the judges. They want to make that top 10. Let's move on to Queenslander now. It's MISFIT Jamie Harvey. Something breaking down there for MISFIT. We can hear it. Sounds like maybe an ignition issue possibly. Didn't seem like he was ready to drive off the pad. I'm waiting for the smoke to clear at my end, but the car is running under its own steam. Are the tyres gone? Jamie Harvey and MISFIT will have to wait and find out. It is up to the judges. Look at the excitement on the passenger's face. The arm is out the window and it's time. Big tip in. How much smoke did he leave in the entry chute there for a MISFIT?
I couldn't see most of the skid from up here because we were just drowned in smoke up in the tower. Fantastic to see. Now we've got a little bit of royalty back on the pad down here. Mr. Stephen Loader and UCSMOKE Anyone who loves burnouts in Australia knows this car, do they not?
Oh, Wazza's back in the passenger seat. He screwed this engine together, tuned up on B&R engines. Time to unleash the big block in UCSMOKE.
Stephen Loader, UCSMOKE. I saw smoke. Do you see smoke, Matty?
Everywhere around the rod shop burnout pad. He comes, he leaves it at every inch. Where every time he comes to Summernats, it is Stephen Loader and UCSMOKE, and have a look at the replay. Whoa. For the amount of speed he's carrying, that's probably the most amount of smoke to entry speed I've seen throughout the wildcards here this afternoon in the qualifying session there. He was hunting around at the end. I reckon he knew that was breathing pretty heavy out the front there, and they wanted to get off the pad. He has got the tyres off. He has made it off the pad, trying to make it in that top 10 because brand new engine combination. He won the champs a couple of years ago here at Summernats, and you know, it hasn't always gone his way here for Stephen Loader, but I feel like, you know, it's his time.
Well, I hope it's this time. I was very, very impressed by that and hope to see him in the finals. Of course, this year, a little bit of a change-up. It's the top 10 go through to the finals, but then there's 20 that go through the redemption round on Sunday. So we have the finals on Saturday, redemption round on Sunday. Plenty of burnout action for you this weekend. We've got our second Mitsubishi here for the Burnout Masters this weekend, coming up towards the start line right now. Peter Matthews behind the wheel. Looks a little bit shinier than Adrian Cuthbertson's ride. This is SHITMA. Peter Matthews, Mitsubishi Sigma. Oh, look at this. He's got GoPros mounted on the windscreen. You know you're serious when you got the GoPros.
You never know. It could be one of the media crew around here. It is time to wind up the blown LS. Rocking into the burnout pad, SHITMA.
Peter Matthews making his way down off the pad there in SHITMA. Second Mitsubishi we've seen today. Now, it's not often you get to say we've seen two Mitsubishis at a burnout competition, but here we are for the qualifying for the Burnout Masters. Cowboy Jack Seaman coming up at the start line right now in LOOSEQ. Hey, it's a one-tonner, Matty.
Of course you're in love, because it's 1 ton. It's a ton of fun. It is the small block Chev blown combination that's been going around. They wound this up to 9,000 RPM up in Darwin. What's he going to bring? You got Summernats. It's going to be every little bit of that. Come on, crowd, don't stop. I heard you throughout the entire burnout. Keep the noise going for Jack Seaman in LOOSEQ.
Mighty one-tonner does it for us once more. Cowboy Jack showing us what he is made of down there. That was outstanding.
Take a bow. Look at him, he just gets out, so gentle-like. Stands on the back, taps it on the roof. Thank you.
Job.
I've come. Give me that top 10 so I can go into the finals. That's what I'm here for. I've come for one thing, and that's a Burnout Masters title. I need to win it this year. Oh, Jack, there's 29 more who've come for the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of competition. Right now, one of those wildcard entries is coming through. This man's already shown us what he can do this weekend. Tim Brown, CEMBLO, he knows what's about.
Yeah, it was an incredible burnout. The wildcard had everything smoked, use of the pad, big RPM on board. Of course, another B&R engine combination in the front of this one, small block Chev. He's a former winner a couple of years ago here in the Burnout Masters. Did it the hard way, just like he has today, from the wild card. Made it into the qualifying. Can he make the top 10? It's Timmy Brown. CEMBLO, it's exactly what he did. Those tyres absolutely gone on the back of the car. Make a whole heap of noise to Timmy Brown. You know what's better? You know what's better than one Masters win? Two Masters wins. Oh yeah. Can he feel it? Can he feel it? Have a look at the replay. The tip in there, the speed, gets it round 360. Another one in the burnout pad before heading to the extra chute. It wasn't the one hand down, one donut, and then head to the extra chute. No, 2 donuts done for Timmy Brown. He is bringing it all this weekend. And of course, one man who the crowd love to chant. We need you off the fences, please, ladies and gentlemen, because otherwise we cannot release who you all want to see. We need to hear the chant. Can we hear it out there? No introduction needed. The wild man behind the wheel, Andrew Lynch, is now out in Lynchy.
his way off the pad. He didn't even stop to say goodbye. That was outstanding. What do you reckon, Mac?
He's
Might be
still
a
doing
finalist.
it. He's still down on rims partying, I reckon, Mr. Andrew Lynch. How was that for the Summernats crowd? We know you all come here every year to see something like that. You never know what Mr. Andrew Lynch will pull out of the hat. Is there a wall he did not flirt with?
Oh, he flirted hard. He flirted hard. I tell you what, those walls had wives, they'd be upset.
He flirted so hard, I've got a man crush.
God amongst burnout man, Mr. Andrew Lynch. I hope we see him in the finals. Right now, though, Craig Bailey, imposter. That Ute deserves to be here for the Masters qualifying. That was outstanding. Tell him how you feel, Summernats 36.
Well, we are not done here in the Burnout Masters qualifying. Craig Bailey putting his name in the hat to make that top 10 to go into the finals tomorrow. Remembering tomorrow is our Burnout Masters finals on a Saturday for the first time ever.
Yes, we've got the qualifying right now. That will give us our top contenders, the top 10 to go in. That will pick our Burnout Master. Of course, the 20 who don't go into the finals tomorrow will go into the redemption round on Sunday. Darin Gardiner is coming up to the start line shortly into Cranky. He is one of our last 4 contenders. Oh, clean-up crew, they're going out to make sure we are nice and safe.
Yeah, the amount of boost they're putting through these big engines there, they like to breathe a little bit heavy. They fill up a few catch cans every now and then. You can see the smoke coming out of the front engine bays. That's normally just a bit of heavy breathing from the engines there.
Maddie, it's not just the engines. We're all doing a bit of heavy breathing. Every time, like you just saw in the replay there, Craig coming so close to those tyres on the corner, and you start breathing heavy. Like, is he going to make it? Will he?
I love when you look down the end and there's a sea of Burnout Masters cars now trying to get tyres on so they can get out of the venue here and get back to their tents. I mean, they're going to be swarmed by their fans if they don't get out of there. There are so many people here loving the Burnout Masters.
One who's not sitting down there with his car, of course, is Chris Orchard, who has pedalled back here to get his second car because
he's heavy breathing because he had to do a run. He's had to do a couple of kilometre run just
in
make
a fire
around.
suit.
Well, I don't know how fit he is. Maybe he's a bit fitter than I think. Maybe he's not.
Well, Darin Gardiner, too cranky. Let's see what he can do out here in the Burnout Masters qualifying.
Melting the back bar off the car. That's how much he wants to get into the top 10 of the Burnout Masters. Darin Gardiner Too cranky, ladies and gentlemen.
It was pretty intense out there. Darin is not leaving anything behind.
I don't think it was the right amount of crankiness, actually. I don't think it was too cranky. I like the crankiness. It was it was up there. It made me tingle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Good
This
RPM.
speaks deep to
The
your
amount of
personality.
smoke happening. I don't know if it was deep. We'll find out later. You never know. Look at how much smoke he's made with the speed he's travelling. We've only seen a couple of cars do that, haven't we? Most of them, it's sort of, you got
They've gotta go
to
slow
weigh off
to make
against what you
smoke.
want. Do you want to go a little bit slow and make more smoke, or do you want to go a little bit faster and try and get the judging criteria up there for the driving skills? So, for me, that was a nice balance there from Darin Gardiner. I thought the two things going well.
He has still got rubber on some of those rears though, so let's see if he's going to finish them.
The crowd absolutely love it. Like we said, the rules at Summernats or any burnout pad where you got a Burnout Masters ticket up for grabs is there will be no tyre with air in it when you leave the pad. That is what we all look for. Unfortunately, Darin Gardiner has had to be pulled to a stop once again as our crew straight on the scene. Yeah, look at them coming out of the badge seat. Go and make noise for them. They've come out here. They put it all on the line in front of this massive crowd. 703 cubes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 703 cubes. We see it go well past 8,500 RPM. It doesn't matter whether it's a NASCAR engine or a blown big block. There is no compromise with Chris Orchard. It must rev. It is time for the Western Australian and game over, Chris Orchard.
Game over.
Oh, a moment there for game over. I'm not quite sure what happens, but it looks like there might be air in the tyres, and they've erred on the side of caution there.
There also seems to be a little bit of a dribble.
Oh no, it stopped early. Let's have a look at the replay here because I said it was going to be, it's a big cube engine. It makes so much noise, big RPM. Look at the smoke it's leaving behind with the speed that he's using in the car as well. Goes down the chute. Look at that. Smokes it out instantly with the coloured tyres there. Heads back into the burnout pad. This was getting really good. Flirted with the wall just a moment there in the car. I don't think anything happened. Gets back in the burnout pad. For me, I was just waiting. I was waiting to tick the box and go, yeah, surely I'll see that later.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything, but I was hoping. I had my fingers crossed because he impressed me so much. But yeah, there is a lot of fluid exiting the burnout pad now after that moment where the car just stopped making all the big noises. It looked like it idled off though, so it might not be game over. It might be redemption round.
Do you think though that the game will be, so Chris Orchard might be one in the finals and one in the redemption round? Could that happen?
Look, it's on the cards from my notes. It's on the cards.
Yeah, so if you were a judge, you'd say yes. But you're not a judge, thank
no,
goodness.
I'd have to go back through my judging, but I'd have to go back through all my notes, but it's a possibility. All right? It's a possibility.
I think if the man's brought two cars, we should see him right through to the end, right?
Unfortunately, it's not Maddie's choice.
No.
And it's not Lara's choice.
Well, if it's Lara's choice, I'm going to see Lynchy in the finals because I'm like that.
And it's not a choice. It's judged. It's a mathematical number.
I've met the judges, and you know what? They're very, very not prone to being bought. They're very stuck in their ways.
I know.
You can offer to take them out for dinner, and they just won't change their mind.
It's because, I know.
Summernats picks good judges. Yeah, they have this whole thing about integrity.
Some people have them.
Yeah. In the commentary box, though, we're open to bribes. Anytime.
Yeah. Who's the sponsor that wants their name out there? No, that's all right.
Nathan Sutherland, KILLASET. Oh, I love this purple people eater.
From the ACT here in Canberra, he's another local blown LS combination from Red Summernats is where he got his ticket from memory. Look, Stout does plenty of burnouts, been here in the Masters before. Can he do it? Can he make it to the top 10? KILLASET.
Oh, Nathan Sutherland. KILLASET. Silence. I don't like it.
Did it kill a set, though? It killed a rev.
A set of what?
You know, the bonnet is up and our crew straight on there. Really have to do a big shout out to the Summernats crew here, because yesterday was probably they didn't do as much as they normally do on a Thursday. They did a lot of setup.
They're doing a lot more today, though.
They are very busy today, and with our time schedule where we've had to put the extra cars in, they have been absolutely on game today, trying to clean up as quickly as possible, doing everything they can to move these cars through. So big shout out to all of our officials and all of our volunteers here this weekend, all of our fireys, everyone who's out there in a fire suit, because it's not as hot as it has been. It's warm in a fire suit.
Yeah, it's very warm.
And the humidity's been up.
Remember 2019 and the bushfires? Those poor buggers. Oh, that was tropical.
It was a little bit more than tropical, I think. It was, yes.
We suffered that year.
It was another level. Having a look at the replay on the screens, though, started off really well for Nathan Sutherland. The car has been restarted, which is a good thing in the background. Making plenty of smoke there, just moving around the pad. Carefully putting the car where he wants to put it there. And there are judges at most of these corners too. So he's making sure he's putting the car exactly so those judges can see, hey, I'm using the real estate. I'm putting it into the corners. I'm making sure that you can try and get those driver points up. Unfortunately for Nathan Sutherland, though, after the car stopped, they've got it started, driven off on its own steam, airing the tyres.
I reckon he will be going back, refining that, and coming back for redemption round on Sunday.
Final car to come out in the Burnout Masters qualifying. It's the last person who can stamp their mark in the judges' books to see if they make it in the top 10 for the Burnout Masters finals tomorrow. Otherwise, it's a redemption round on Sunday.
Ryan Bubba Lofts, all the way from Townsville in ORWHAT. This man gets around in this car, does he not?
He's done a lot of stuff up there in Queensland. We know he does a little bit of travel up and down the East Coast. It's orange. He's upgraded with the blower in the last 12 months as well. Just add a little bit of horsepower. I used to like the clean RPM out of that little NALS, but hey, we love boost as well. It doesn't matter how you make the horsepower. We make it, we turn the tyres, and we do skids at Summernats 36 or what? Give it up for Ryan Bubba Lofts in ORWHAT.
All the way from Townsville in far north Queensland, he has come down to fly the flag
Are
proudly.
we going to see that mullet in the competition this weekend?
Gosh, I hope so.
It is luscious. It is one of the luscious mullets in the Burnout Masters qualifying session.